Who do you guys want with the 6th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft? Let me know in the comment section. This is definitely going to be a pinned comment for this video. That's what this thing is all about. Talking about the draft. Let's get this thing going. Mel Kiper Jr. released his mock draft, and I want to go over who he has the Detroit Lions selecting with the 6th pick and in the 18th pick. Very important to kind of see how the draft falls out with the first 5 picks, because obviously who is there available to pick with the 6th pick. So we're going to go through that, talk about the players, and give you my thoughts. So let's get this thing going right now. Jalen Carter is the first pick for Mel Kiper Jr. And you say, what the hell? Why is Chicago going to stay there? He contemplating doing a trade. He said, I thought long and hard about a trade here with the Colts, Raiders, and Panthers at top candidates to move up for a quarterback. And I concur. I think that the Chicago Bears will trade out of that pick. They don't need a quarterback. They'll probably just go down a couple spots to select a Jalen Carter or a Will Anderson. But he didn't do trades in this draft, so we're going with that. And with the number 2 pick, he has the Texans taking C.J. Stroud, quarterback. It's important to see quarterbacks go early in this draft. It will push players down for the Detroit Lions that we need, specifically defensive players, to help out this football team. So continues on with having Will Anderson going number 3 to the Arizona Cardinals. I do see a good fit there because they need to get a pass rusher. Their guy who retired, one of the greats of all time over there in Arizona, played for Houston, J.J. Watt, for some time. He's no longer there. They're going to need to get an edge rusher, so I concur with that. So through this mock draft, just like we've been seeing, Jalen Carter and Will Anderson is gone. But he does have a quarterback going at number 4 to the Indianapolis Colts. Again, we love quarterbacks getting taken. We got to continue to push up all these quarterbacks. I could care less where Bryce Young goes, whether it be 1 or 2 or what just is in the top 5. Same with C.J. Stroud, and he's got the Seattle Seahawks taking Will Levis. This would be a great thing for the Detroit Lions if Will Levis, Bryce Young, and C.J. Stroud go in the top 5 because it pushes a player who I like. But who do you like? Who do you want the Detroit Lions taking at pick 6? You have a lot of options right now on the table. Let me know in the comment section below. And here are these options. These are the next 10 players. Anthony Richardson, Myles Murphy, Peter Skoronski, Cancey, defensive tackle. You got Jaxon Smith-Njigba, Devon Witherspoon, Michael Mayer, Paris Johnson, Lukas, Ness, and Broderick Jones. There's some options for the Lions, so I'm going to ask you again, who should the Detroit Lions draft with that pick, knowing you have those options? Let me know in the comments below. And we're going to get into it right now. And with the 6th pick in the 2023 NFL mock draft by Mel Kiper Jr., the Detroit Lions select Tyree Wilson, edge out of Texas Tech. And he is a high riser. He's rising a lot as of late. And I think he's going to continue to rise, especially after the NFL Combine. Mel Kiper talks about this, says the Lions finished the season with 8 wins in their final 10 games, but their explosive offense was pampered over by massive holes on the other side of the ball, Kiper writes. They ranked last in the league in yards per play, 6.2, and opposing QBR, 55.9. They had issues defending the run and the pass. Wilson, the top true defensive end in this class, would help both. He can use burst to snap and beat the offensive tackle in the passing downs, or use his 6'6" frame to hold up against the run. An edge rushing duo of Wilson and Aiden Hutchinson would be formidable, with surprise rookie James Houston working in obvious passing downs. Let me give you my take on this bad boy. First off, I do like Tyree Wilson. I do. I think he's a great prospect. But in all honesty, I would go Myles Murphy if he is sitting there at 6. it's going to be difficult for him to be there. But if he is there, to me, that's the most obvious pick. He's my best player available on the board. He is an edge as well. I know we need to get defensive tackle in a big way. I do. But if Myles Murphy is sitting there, he's just that BPA. That would be the route that I go. But another route you can go is betting on the games on this weekend. We got 2 great games, AFC and NFC championship games. So go to chatsports.com/LionsBet. Put in promo code LIONS125. Get a 125% deposit bonus to save a little bit of money. Let's talk, though, a little bit about a Tyree Wilson. Like I said, he's a high riser. He does have massive explosion at his first step in striding. He's got that long, prototypical bodied frame edge, and I do think he's got an extremely high ceiling. I do. I think his ceiling's high. I think he would be a very good option for the Lions at edge because he's got a never-ending motor. He's exactly what the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell defense would like to have. Just that presence of 2 players. You got Aidan Hutchinson, Tyree Wilson, sacking quarterbacks and never giving up on the play. I think this would be a player the Lions could select if sitting there for sure. Let me know in the comment section right now, you grade this selection by Wilson, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comments below. Now let's go ahead and talk about the next player in this mock draft, and that's sitting at pick 18. I don't want to go over every single player in between because there's a billion different ways this actually could go, in all honesty here. So we're just going to go with who he has and talk about it. And with the 18th pick in the 2023 NFL Mel Kiper mock draft, the Detroit Lions select Christian Gonzalez, cornerback out of Oregon. Now, this is a great option for the Detroit Lions. We've had him in multiple of my mock drafts as well. Christian Gonzalez is exactly the type of player the Lions need in the back end of this defense. He tracks the ball well downfield. He shows good ball skills, including the ability to go up in a high point and contested catches. He's very good instincts, especially in the box. Solid tackler, takes good angles in pursuit, plays with natural balance and ultra-quick feet. He mirrors underneath, and he's tremendous at reading routes and the quarterback. He has good cover skills, athleticism, big play ability, tall frame with long arms, powerful hands, straight line speed, and fluidity with his hips. Turning and chasing downfield, has change of direction ability, mirror underneath, and solid workout, press, and coverage. Let me know in the comment section right now, what do you grade this selection by Mel Kiper Jr.? A, B, C, D, or F? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to give you my thoughts on this pick and my take on this pick. I think this is an absolutely solid pick for the Detroit Lions. This would be outstanding at 18. The corners in this draft is very good. There's a ton of good corners, and Christian Gonzalez is one of the best corners in this year's draft. If you were to pair him up with Jeffrey Okudah and Jerry Jacobs and potentially get one in free agency, you would have a much improved cornerback room, and that was a major weakness for the Lions this past season. We've formed up the edge, we formed up the secondary. Only thing we're really missing on now is linebacker, defensive tackle, and I think for the Detroit Lions, it's a damn good start to the draft because you got 2 needs for sure. Well, one's not much of a need, edge, but it's best player available, and the other one was a major need for the Lions. I think if the Lions came out with Gonzalez and Wilson, it'd be a solid draft. It would be a solid draft for sure. So I think Mel Kiper did a pretty good job here. Again, I probably would have went Myles Murphy, but that's a personal preference of mine. A little bit different, but that's just, again, that's a personal preference, and we all have those personal preferences. Let me know in the comment section what you would do all around in the second round to build up this team, and in the third round. I want to hear from you guys because you guys have great insight towards the NFL draft and how you want to build this football team, this channel is for you. So get her done, man. And everyone have a great weekend. With that said, folks, adios.